Assalamu alaikum everyone. So let's get started with the second lecture of binomial. So in order to understand this, let's first recap whatever we have done earlier. So first of all, with this very first lecture of P3, we first discussed the syllabus. And then we talked about binomial expansion, the difference between P1 and P3. In P3, it's still the same thing, but what is different? It's still a binomial, it's not a trinomial. Binomial means a two-term algebraic expression, a two-term polynomial. Power could be negative, power could be a fraction. Because of that, we get an infinite series. There is no such rule as that if the middle sign is positive, all the terms are positive. If the middle sign is negative, the sign alternates. There is no such rule as that. NCR can only be used for positive values, so this is not applicable. Write it out rather than using a calculator. So NC0 is 1, NC1 is n over 1, NC2 is n minus 1 over 2 into 1, and so on. And that's how we work it out. We start with the formula 1 plus b raised to power of n, that is 1 n b power 1 over 1 factorial n minus 1 b power 2 over 2 factorial n minus 1 n minus 2 b raised to power of 3 over 3 factorial, and so on. 1 factorial is 1, 2 factorial is 2, 3 factorial is 6, 4 factorial is 24. That's the maximum that you need. Find the first four terms in the expansion of 1 over 1 plus x, that is 1 plus x raised to power of negative 1. Think clearly, with clarity. What exactly are you looking for? X is in place of b, minus 1 is in place of n. All you have to do is substitute. You have to take care of two things. The first thing, you should know, and of course you know, that positive into negative will become negative. The two negatives will multiply out and give you a positive. Three negatives will still be a negative, and so on. You have to deal with fractions and multiplication and all these things. So that is the pretty basic stuff that you are looking for. So now this is the expansion of the first one. This is the checklist that you need to take care of. 1 over 1 plus 2x, that is 1 plus 2x raised to power of negative 1. Again, something like this. 1 plus x square root, that is 1 plus x raised to power of half. Excuse me. What if the first term is not 1? Then we have to take common, and don't forget indices. What do I mean by that? 4 plus x square root, we are interested in the first four terms or first three terms. So I took 4 common out, and this is 1, and this is x over 4. But when I explained it yesterday, I deliberately put a 4 outside and this half only on this. So I asked, is this step correct? It's incorrect because we forgot the rule of indices. AB raised to power of m, this m is applicable on whatever is inside the bracket. What is the correct step? This half becomes the power of 4. This half becomes the power of 1 plus x over 4. And that is how we work it out. We simplify on the inside, there is a 2 on the outside, multiply, simplify, take care of everything, and that's it. There is nothing difficult about binomial. Find the first three terms in the expansion of 8 plus 4x cube root. So 8 plus 4x raised to power of 1/3, 8 common. 1 plus 4x over 8 raised to power of 1/3. This 1/3 is applicable on 8, it's applicable on this. Cube root of 8 is 2. The first three terms is expanded like this. Simplify, multiply, and all these things. This is basically division by 2 factorial is multiplication by half. So that is one thing that I focused on. And now let's do some more problems. So let me write down the official formula first. That is 1 plus b raised to power of n, so that you get well aware of that. There is a formula booklet MF19 which has formulas of A-level maths as well as further math. But of course this thing is given, but the more you practice, it becomes of secondary nature to you. This is 1, this is n b power 1 over 1 factorial, n minus 1, b raised to power of 2 over 2 factorial, and then we have n minus 1, n minus 2, b raised to power of 3 over 3 factorial, and then n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, b raised to power of 4 over 4 factorial, and it's an infinite series and the journey continues. So let me ask you to simplify. We are interested in first 4 terms in the binomial expansion. This time I'll ask you to do it. Binomial expansion of, this is 1 over 1 minus 3x, which is 1 minus 3x raised to power of negative 1. So I'll just pause the recording for maybe 3 minutes. I want you to simplify it out and then we'll continue the journey. So now let's get started with this one. Let me just check the recording thing. I think it's all good, all clear. Okay. So 1 minus 3x raised to power of negative 1. This is 1. This is negative 1, negative 3x power 1 over 1 factorial. This is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3x power 2 over 2 factorial. This is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 3x power 3 over 3 factorial. So these are the first 4 terms. First focus on the positive and the negative. So this one will be positive. This is positive, this is positive, this is also positive. The 3 negatives will be negative, negative cube will be negative, overall it is positive. That is perfect. Next thing, that is cancellation. This 1 factorial and this 1 will cancel out. This 2 factorial and this thing is exactly the same. This is exactly the same. So basically what am I left with? I am left with 1 plus 3x, and that is 9x square. And this is 27x cube. These are the first 4 terms. All got, all clear? Now what we can do is that, let me choose a green marker. Okay. Now expand binomially and find, what do we expand? Let me first write it down. Now expand 1 plus 2x, actually 1 plus x square into or divided by 1 minus 3x. Now expand binomially and find the terms up to and including x cube. Now first of all, this thing over here, this is 1 plus x square. It has no power. It remains as it is. This thing 1 over 1 minus 3x, it's right away over here. That is 1 plus 3x plus 9x square. And this is 27x cube. Now multiply it selectively. How will we multiply? So we will first take this one and we will multiply it with 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that is 1 plus 3x plus 9x square plus 27x cube. Then I'll take this x and I'll multiply it with this and this and this, but not with x cube, because x into x cube will become x4, which I don't need. That is the limitation. So x into 1, that is x, x into 3x, that is 3x, x into 9x square, that is 9x cube. And then what is the third one? The third one is multiplying this x square with this one, and that's it. Because x square into 1 is x square. And let me just correct myself. This is 3x square. So now this is x square, and x square into 3x is 3x cubed. Now if I add all of these, what do I get? This 1 goes down, which is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4x. 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 1, 13x square. 27 plus 3 is 30, 39x cubed. These are the first 4 terms in the expansion of this bracket. All good? All clear? Okay, just acknowledge it on the WhatsApp. Now let me pause the recording and let me get some past paper questions for you. Okay, so now let's move on. So some past paper questions from here. Topic 1, Algebra Basics. Let me choose first of all this particular question. Question number 2, there is a 4 at the top. I'll just show you the working and then you can proceed with that. So that's the first one that I've pasted over here. Let me go to the next page. That was question 2. Question 5 is similar to what I just did. And question 7. Okay, so 3 questions I have pasted over here. I'll also share the WhatsApp to you people. And let me first explain each one of them. Now, or we can do one question. You can try it out and then we can continue. So now over here, the question says expand 4 over this thing. So this is 4 and this is 4 minus 3x raised to power of negative half. Now what is the hint that I'm giving? That is, make sure that it's in this format, 1 plus b raised to power of n. We have to expand. We have to find all the terms, including the term in x square. So now try it out. Till then, I'll pause the recording. So now when we solve a past paper question, we should have a very clear idea exactly what we are going to do in each question. First of all, it's the diagnosis that this question is about this particular topic or this particular topic. Right now we are doing binomial. The question should say it all, that this question is about binomial. We have to approach. We have to use a particular formula. In this particular formula, it is necessary that the first term should be 1. Now, this first step was basically 4, and this square root in the denominator, when it goes up, it becomes a bracket with the power of negative half. That is the first step. The second step, this 4 is on the outside. This 4 on the inside is taken common. And this is 1 minus 3x over 4 inside a bracket. Close this bracket and then raise it to power of negative half. So now this negative half will apply on this, will apply on this. So the 4 on the outside remains as it is. This is 4 raised to power of negative half. This is 1 minus 3x over 4 raised to power of negative half. First simplify, then proceed. That should be the rule. So therefore this is 4. This is half. This is 1 minus 3x over 4 raised to power of negative half. This becomes 2. Let's do the expansion. So this is 1. This is minus half. And this is negative 3x over 4 raised to power of 1 over 1 factorial. And we have to go all the way till x square. So just one more term. And this is negative half. This is negative 3 over 2. This is negative 3x over 4 raised to power of 2 over 2 factorial. I'll write this thing as 1 over 2 factorial. So that is much better. Now again, what is the checklist? This is negative. This is negative. Overall, this is positive. this is negative, this is negative, this negative. After squaring, everything becomes positive. That is the first thing. And then the next thing, let's write it out very casually, very slowly, not casually. So this is 1 and this 3x over 8. That is what we have. Over here, this is 1 into 3. That is 3 over 4. And this is 3x squared. That is 9x squared over 16. Again, this is 1 over 2. This 1 over 2 factorial is 1 over 2. And then close the bracket. Now, your choice whether to multiply and then open up the bracket or whichever order you want to go in. I think I'll just go ahead and multiply like this. So this is 2. This is 3x over 4. This 2 and this 2 will cancel out. So 4 into 16 is 64. 9 into 3 is 27. That is 27 over 64x squared. These are the first 3 terms. That is up to and including the term in x squared. So far, so good. I think it's all clear. Now this next question, I won't give you any hint. I would like you people to try it out. So now let's look at this question, question number 5. Now keep in mind the rule that for practice, the aim should be number of minutes that you take to complete a question should equal to number of marks. Now keep in mind over here, I'm narrating the whole story. I'm explaining every single bit. So you cannot count on that. So you have to count your own personal working. If it's for 4 marks, it should take 4 minutes to complete this thing. So now let's start the journey. Expand 2 minus x into this bracket in ascending powers of x up to and including. This is always written up to and including the term in x squared. Simplifying the coefficients. That's what the whole game is all about. So now first of all, let's start with 1 plus 2x raised to power of negative 3 over 2. The first term is 1, perfect. This is 1. This is negative 3 over 2. 2x power 1 over 1 factorial. This is negative 3 over 2. Negative 3 over 2 minus 1. That is negative 5 over 2. 2x power 2 over 2 factorial multiplication by half. So now this is 1. This is 2 cancels out, negative 3x. So let me use a bracket. This is negative 3x. And even before that, I should have written that this has a negative overall sign. This is negative, and this is positive. So overall, this is positive. So now over here, let me write out this term. This is 3 and 5 is 15. This is 15 over 4. This is 4x squared. And this is half on the outside. That is division by 2 factorial is multiplication by half. So now this 4 and this 4 will cancel out. 2 remains, 15 remains. This is 1 minus 3x. And this is 15x squared over 2. These are the first 3 terms of this expansion. Now we have to multiply it with 2 minus x, just like what we just did. So 2 minus x multiplying with 1 minus 3x plus 15x squared over 2. Let's do selective multiplication. 2 is multiplying with all these 3. So that is 2 minus 6x, and 2 and 2 cancels out. So that is 15x squared. And then we have this thing which is negative x. It multiplies with the first one and the second one. Negative x into 1 is negative x into negative 3x, that is positive 3x squared. And just add this up. So this is 2 minus 8x plus 18x squared. That is the expansion of this particular bracket. So that's how this question is done. Now over here, that's another way of writing the same story. It says the cube root of 1 plus 9x is approximately this. because it's an infinite series. And since we are not taking all the terms into consideration, therefore it is approximate. So now I would like you to try this out. I'll just pause the recording till you people have tried it out. So now in this question, it says, given that 1 plus 9x, the cube root is this much, find for small values of x. That means it's an infinite series. These values can be ignored. That's one perspective of saying the same thing. The second thing is expand up to and including the term in x cube. So that is what we have to do. Find the values of the coefficient a and b. So just go ahead and expand and you will find all the terms and then compare coefficient. So first of all, this is 1 plus 9x raised to power of 1/3. That is 1/3. 9x power 1 over 1 factorial. Even if you skip power 1 over 1 factorial, it doesn't make a difference. 1/3. 1/3 minus 1 is negative 2/3. 9x square power 2 over 2 factorial division by 2. Yeah, let me write 2 factorial. And then it is 1/3 minus 2/3 minus 5/3. This is 9x whole cube division by 3 factorial. That's 1 over 3 factorial and so on. So it's just a game of simplification. I think I see the first term to be positive. That naturally is. This is also positive. This is negative and this is positive. So positive, positive, negative, positive. As such, there is no pattern. Just be very vigilant. So this is 1. 1/3 of 9x is 3x. And then what do we have? We have 1/3 into negative 2/3. That is negative 2 over 9. 9x square, that is 81x square, and 1 over 2 factorial is 1 over 2. I'll simplify it later. And then over here, I have 1/3 into 2/3 into 5/3. So that is positive 10 over 27. So that is positive 10 over 27. And 9x cube, that's 9 into 9 is 81. 81 into 9, that is 729. And 1 over 3 factorial is 1 over 6. So I can simplify a bit. So let me first double check one thing. That is 729 divided by 27. I don't have a scientific calculator. 729, my bad. 729 divided by 27, that is 27. Okay. So 729 over 27 gives me 27 right over here. And then I have 10 over 6. Let me simplify this. 2 3s are 2 5s are. And I think I missed out a certain thing. That certain thing is this, that I missed out the x cube thing. So this x cube is over here. This x cube is over here. That thing is simplified. Let me cancel this 9 1s are. Let me use another color. This is 9 1s are, 9 9s are. These two would cancel out and this negative remains. So that is a negative 9x square. And then we have a 3x and then we have a 1 and we have 1, we have 3x and then a and then b. So what is a? So we will write a as the coefficient of x square, which is 9, and b as what? 23 1s are, 3 9s are, 9 5s are, 45. So that is 45. So this is what you get. So I forgot to simplify this. So this is 45x cube. We got the value of 9, a as negative 9 and b as positive 45. So that completes the concept of binomial expansion. Yes, there are questions of binomial that comes with partial fraction, but we will deal with them once we have studied partial fractions. So lecture 2. Binomial expansion of P3 is done and dusted. Till the next class, take care.